Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to try to upload a video or do a stream every Friday. I'm doing my best to keep that um, track record, but uh, we'll see. So I recently just I recently just posted on X saying I quit being a fan, and it's a thread. I don't think it's a long thread to be honest, but I just said hello. I find myself deeply disassociated with mainstream entertainment. The Netflix show Devil May Cry by Adi Shankar dealt the proverbial final nail for me, and has sadly made me theorize that IP holders knowingly let companies divide fandoms. And I really started thinking about this when I was in the shower. I think that's pretty much a universal thing where we're in the shower, we really start thinking about things and I was just I'm just I truly do believe that these IP holders or intellectual property, for some of y'all don't know what IP means, uh these holders of these intellectual properties, they just make this contracts with companies like Netflix, Paramount, Warner Brothers, whoever, and say, go ahead, you can do this. We don't really care, obviously, because we know that you're gonna find probably not one of the worst, but probably uh, find that one director and script writer and so forth that are just subpar, and the story that y'all gonna do is gonna be subpar, and just I'm kind of exaggerating here, but we've seen this way too many times, especially with Castlevania started off pretty amazing, but then it got full of itself, and look how it is now. What we're seeing right now with Devil May Cry, Netflix Devil May Cry is already been greenlit for season two. If y'all don't know that, it's already been greenlit. So we're gonna get more atrocious storytelling, and supposedly this is supposed to be like a different take on DMC, and it's like I'm just like, why why are we doing this then? If we're not gonna do this right, obviously this is DMC3 Dante, and heck, I'll give the DMC reboot some credit because at least it was a reboot. This is just like I'm done. I'm kind of done with this whole shenanigan of just the usual. Oh, America is bad, and the Christians are this and that. I'm really tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it all. It's not even just DMC. This is just what I've been seeing so far with this show has really just boiled over for me, and I'm just done. I really am. I'm done being a fan and that goes with anything with mainstream entertainment wise. I looking forward to playing the Doom game, but now I don't really want to be honest. Knowing how game developers are nowadays, and just game companies, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So continuing on with this, I said fandoms split because of the most lukewarm decisions made. It's quite telling where we're at. We shouldn't be divided because of mediocre storytelling, nor allow these companies to try and pander to us when they don't, one, have passion, two, respect those that made it successful. And with this little picture I attached to it, putting I'm putting emphasis on the whole make it gay thing because what have we been seeing so far with when it comes to our favorite hobbies? What have they been doing? I got nothing against um, people in that community. I got something against this pandering of just nonsense of inorganic just stuff in there. You see it in Castlevania, especially Castlevania, the Netflix Castlevania. Uh, I don't know about He Man. I heard some things. I don't know much about He-Man. I never really was a He-Man fan, to be honest. I heard that She-Ra has something like that in her DMC. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Uh, I'm kind of trying to remember everything else. I'm just sorry if I seem so down and a little bit frustrated, but I am. I kind of touched upon this back in my Devil May Cry stream a week ago, and saying like it's getting harder for me to enjoy things in life, and what I mean by that is just there's not really I can't have I just can't really enjoy my time with hobbies that I used to like. Like I actually like play games and watch movies and shows because there's always someone talking about politics, inserting their own politics and stuff, or having these really brain dead responses where they're accusing fans and not even accusing, but dehumanizing fans just because they voted a certain way or they have a different viewpoint. And it's like, why would I even want to support these type of people? Why would I want to put my money into these type of things? I don't want to. And I know I'm speaking more on that Western aspect. The Eastern, as in Japanese and all that, I don't have I haven't seen anything crazy like that so far. And if I have, it's probably been so long ago, uh, pertaining to what I've read or watched. But I I don't want to seem like I'm entirely giving up. I'm just giving up mainly on the mainstream fandoms. And seriously, when it comes to like something being new and it comes out and it has fandom divided, it's like, how can you guys like this? How can you guys like this when it's not even remotely close to the real thing? Why are we? Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, but let's continue on. So I also continue on with this. I'm exhausted by things I used to like, and that's a big reason why I'm focusing on my own works. Tired of enjoying a hobby with others and then suddenly having to rail against it. It's insanity. These corporals and frauds will infiltrate what we cherish just to see us suffer, and I truly do believe that too. I they're self-inserting, and if they're not self-inserting, just they're doing their damnedest to make things just horrible and just out of character. It's like they're jingling the keys right in front of us, like, oh look, remember this nostalgia, and then it's like I don't understand how people get like how they fall for that too. Still, they've been doing this since 2016, and as long I can remember. And 2016 was a weird year with entertainment. It's just it's absurd how we're in this. I don't know what to say. But going on with this, I said I'm not trying to be blackpilled or a doomer, but one can't simply overlook valid concerns. Do you remember when that awful live action Dragon Ball film released and everyone hated on it? That's how we should treat mediocre entertainment. Yet the true fans are dragged. Why? In, it's really crazy too that we're the people who actually made this popular. And when it became like when it actually was growing and we had more eyes on it stuff, it could be anything. I'm not just talking about Devil May Cry, but I'm just talking about again mainstream entertainment. There was once a time where it wasn't viewed as something cool. It was viewed as something like, oh, you're watching this, or you're reading this, or you're playing this. Grow up, or just it's things are. And I'm sorry if I'm struggling on my words. I'm not in the right mindset, but I'm just so sick and tired of it, dude. so sick and tired of this just continuing on for 10 years or more. And I think this image is applicable too, of how to spot an anime tourist, or just not just anime, just a tourist in general. Only watches a specific or reads a specific type of thing or plays a specific type of game. Uh, they like it because it's trendy. They will join the community for the sake of policing others in the community, which I've seen so many times. Thinks fan service is sexist and draws and I'm sorry, sexist and drawings equate to real life issues and berates you for liking something they don't like. Usually have pronouns on Twitter or X, and it doesn't matter. Just not even Twitter or X, but just social media in general. And I have a valid reason why I believe in gatekeeping, because it's people like this, man. It's people like who just come by and it's like, oh, this is what the cool kids like, or this is something I should get into because others they're jumping on the bandwagon. I've always believed in gatekeeping, not because I'm oops, typo. It's supposed to say I'm some guy. I'm some guy who's afraid of change, but to protect what I enjoy and be involved in a reasonable community. When people were ashamed or were too trusting, that's how many fandoms fell. This vicious cycle needs to end. It does. I know there's still some communities out there that haven't been that are untouched, thankfully. But it's like how long would they last? How long will they last? And sometimes I'll be honest, and sometimes it'd be uh, self-inflicted, as in like the the developers or the person ahead of it make that one change, and then it just starts like a whole big collapse, or a civil war. Well, metaphorical civil war, and it's like, how how do we better navigate this stuff? I know we could put systems in place, have people pay monthly. Usually that does a good job usually, but still, I I wouldn't know the actual answers to that. It's just some ideas I've seen work before, but I would just say, like, just have to be vigilant. Again, it's not me trying to be like some old guard and trying to, again, not see change. I would love change, but the way how things are changing nowadays is that it's going completely left field. It's going outer space, and it's just like, hey, what are you doing? And with our hobbies being this so accessible to others, it's really got me to this point where I'm giving up. I am. I don't want to say like I'm giving up, but I'm stepping away from it. That's what I should have said, actually. I'm stepping away from it. Not giving up, just stepping away. Because it's just, again, I'm not finding anything of value with with escapism wise. I can't even enjoy a game. And I'm tired of like playing old games. I am. I want to play some new games. I do. But again, we're in this modern Frankenstein like just of entertainment, and it's not even evolving. We saw more evolution back in N64, PS1, PS2, hell, even PS3 days. We saw more evolution than we're seeing now. And that goes with the animations, the shows, everything within Western entertainment, mainstream Western entertainment. So I finally decided to just stop being a customer and fan to anything mainstream. I found a real passion within the indie sphere, since I myself am an indie creative that strives to give people my best. From what I've seen, two guys can outdo multiple companies with millions. Yes, yes, this is true. I mean, I have the example right there. My side or me side. I still got to figure out how to pronounce it. But I played this game. This game was amazing, and I can't wait for the next update. But it goes to show you that literally two guys were able to make a killing in profits more so than these game companies that require you to pay 80 freaking dollars, maybe 90 plus tax. Don't forget about the tax. Just so you can play garbage that runs on a that can run on PS4 or Xbox One. This is supposed to be we're supposed to be in this new generation, this current generation, and yet from the most of the games I've been seeing, it looked like they can run on PS4 last gen. I mean, how? Anyway, oh, and as for content creators, it's no surprise some of them will just wake up one day and decide to go against true fans. They're a part of the problem I'm talking about. Didn't want to forget to add that hypocrites they can be. And of course, this is Melanie Mac. If you guys are familiar with Melanie Mac, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, Melanie Mac loves Tomb Raider. I mean, I don't know if you can see it behind this thing, but there's a Tomb Raider, life-size Tomb Raider statue behind here, and she's talking about how um how games are becoming more perverted and they need to, you need to say no to them, you need to reject them, even though Tomb Raider, we all know what Tomb Raider is stands for in a way. So again, this is hypocrisy. uh and Melanie Mac is a good face for this, to be honest, because rightfully so, she deserves to be mocked for just betraying her audience, really. Anyway, it's not all about Melanie Mac, but I'm just saying we've all seen this with YouTubers, I mean streamers, all types of these quote unquote content creators. I'm to the point, it's to the point where I can't even, and I know I shouldn't trust wholeheartedly, and I don't, but it's to the point where I'm thinking more now, like, okay, when is this person gonna start uh showing red flags? They're gonna start being fake. When they can probably do a year or two, but they can't keep it up for long. Seen this multiple times, guys. I know we have. Again, it just feels like everything, or a lot of things are just lies now. Everybody, or seemingly everybody, and every company is just straight up lying to you. Just a quick way to get your money, to get your attention, just so they can hook you with their with their falsities. I think that's a word. I think that's a word. Anyway, I mean, I don't know, guys. I might be depressed. I might, but I'm not depressed because of this or anything. I don't even feel like I am, but I am trying to be honest. I'm trying not to be biased, but things are just so. Things shouldn't be like this at all. And finally, I just put for my thread, I just said, if this somehow does numbers, allow me to preemptively thank you in advance. I'm just an indie creator that leads a small team and focus on making comics, manga, and dubs. Apologies if the thread is depressive. I'm very tired of mainstream fandom. It's not like how it used to be. And hopefully this video is able to actually expand on that more. Maybe I'm not sure if I did such a good job of explaining my side of things more, but I am, I truly, truly am tired of this stuff like that. What we're seeing right now on my screen sharing, I don't know. I mean, my thing is, if we can all get behind hating Dragon Ball Evolution, I think that was the film, live action film name, and live action Avatar, the Airbender live action film. Why can't we get together and go against this stuff? Why? We know it's not a reboot, and it's taking an already established foundation to turn it into a monstrous version of itself, a rejected version, mind you, just to like try and get new eyes. If you want to get new eyes on an IP, stay true to the story, but make it visually catchy, make it entertaining, just make the story good. Heck, you can make little changes here and there, that's fine. But as long as there's a passion and a respect for it, 9 times out of 10, it will do well. And I'm trying to think more of a longevity wise too, where it can have multiple seasons instead of just okay, maybe after the second season they'll cut it and say that's done. And Netflix is known to do that. I think they have a pattern of that too, from what I noticed and what I can remember. So I don't know, guys. This is I didn't mean for this to be like a depressive video. I'm just highly frustrated, and I do mean it that I'm done being a mainstream fan, and y'all know I wasn't highly into being in the mainstream like that, but this was the final nail in the coffin for me. I I just don't want to do anything with anything that's just Western entertainment. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling at all. I think that's it for this video. Uh, Give it a like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Voice your opinions or not. I mean, the power is in the palm of your hands, and I hope to see you guys in stream real soon. If not, I'll see you guys next time on Friday. And of course, I do make regular posts on YouTube as well. Not videos, but like posts of like, hey, this is what I'm doing or what I'm uploading, or might put my little 2 cents in about things. So, the community type stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, I'll have links down below in the description, and I will see y'all later. Ciao.